Hey guys, welcome back to this week's episode. I've been inundated with packages arriving this week. Lots of local stuff arriving, stuff I got from local online retailers, fellow collectors, some trades arriving, some pre-orders, all just seem to converge in the last 2 weeks or so. I've tried to split them up a bit. I'm not going to feature everything in one video, especially the pop culture stuff. I've got some nice items that came in, some very new, some very old, but I think they warrant their own video, so I'm going to do that in a separate post. And then some accessories. I showed it in the last video. One of the coolest things I found locally was these short card protectors. I've been looking for these for a while, and I know some of you, the international viewers, that they might not have much of a use for this, but because we get predominantly short cards for Matchbox and Hot Wheels, if you do find a super or you trade for a super that's been found locally, they do fit in the standard, just the standard protectors. But there's always, I've tried a couple of different protectors, and there's always some play within the protector itself. You don't want it to move around and then come off the blister, or have the blister come off the card just because it's loose in the protector. So I saw these online. I'll post the link. Here's one with a short card super. So it looks exactly the same dimensions as the Matchbox ones. So it's also a clamshell design, so it does fold, so not always my favorite design, but it's okay for the purpose it serves. These actually work pretty well. The main thing is that they close flush. The cards are they fit very well, so it really is made to fit these short cards perfectly. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description below if you do have some short cards that you want to protect, especially the local guys you'd want for your super treasure hunts. I bought a 5-pack, and I'm probably going to have to settle for need another 10 or so, just to put all of my short cards in the protectors. But they're nice and shiny, they're nice and clear. I mean, the plastic, it's a thick plastic, so that's so far so good. Good product. I can recommend it. There's some other stuff that came in with that. So that's the stuff I'm gonna leave for another video. Today I'm gonna have a look at mostly my haul for the last week or so, but focusing mainly on Boulevards. Boulevard sets that I've gotten in. And then just two loose ones. Let's start with those two, the odd ones out. I got this from a fellow collector. I usually buy just the odd car from him. I don't usually get the sets, but he imports directly, so I tend to get the newer stuff from him. I have had a previous car from this set that I've showed previously, that Nissan Supra, not the Nissan Supra, the Toyota Supra, but in the Nissan Skyline livery, and this is the 1991 BMW M5 from that set, getting a very clean but premium treatment in this Fast and Furious wave. This was the Fast X wave, so yeah, it's nice and clean, like I said, nice and clean, very un-Fast and Furious like car, but I'm assuming, having run out of the flashy cars and the hero cars, they tend to look at the supporting acts a bit more, but no complaints. That's a good one to have. It's it's one that wouldn't be out of place in like a German saloon car culture set. Mattel, if you're listening, that might not be such a bad idea. Okay, and then a package that came in today. These cars are the older ones. You've actually seen a few of these on my channel as well, as I picked up the odd one or two extras. But always having known that I would get this set, it actually came in this week, and it arrived this afternoon. So this is the first time that I'm opening this. So this is the Wave 81 through 85. I'm having a look at the numbers because we've got the most recent one that's hitting the shelves on the, what's that, 96. We've got, I think, up to 95 that we've seen here, and then 96 to 100 is now hitting the shelves, I think, in the US. And then we've also seen the unnumbered ones, the re-releases. There's going to be a wave of 5 of those, but I don't know where that filters into the sequence, because we've also already seen pictures dropping of wave 101 to 105 and up to 110 as well. That actually might be worth a video on its own as well. I might slip that in either next week or the week after that, because there's some really cool bangers in there. The cars, I mean, the Boulevards really upped its game past probably already a year and a half or so. It's been really on point. The castings have been, I mean, I'll show a couple now as well, and even in this older set, the cars have been fantastic. The livery, it's either authentic or really cool livery that fits the models they choose, even if it's not based on real cars. So this is the one that the Nissan Silvia, the S15 Nismo, is the one that I haven't had before. It has that what's that, copper, the super copper mix. They do clutches, if I'm not mistaken. So performance clutches. That's the funny thing about this deco is it's reversed if you have a look at it, but it's only reversed on the one side. So it sort of runs towards the back on both sides, which is kind of cool. So it's mirrored on the one side, so always the same, pointing the same way. That's quite cool. And then these ones I actually quite like. I like the Audis. I like the authentic Audi decos. Like the one in the Forza, on the Forza wagon. This really cool white, red, and grey. And that's I like this Audi Sport deco. It's quite cool. Looking forward to that. I see there's a new what's that going to be in the new pop culture? There's going to be a new Forza, an updated one with the, I don't know what year or make that is. 2017 Audi. I'm not sure. I'll post a pic quick. But it's going to be an updated version of the RS2 that we saw in previous sets. So cool little tie-up that they have coming out there. And then, okay, this is the other one that I also didn't have before, so I'll have one of these. One of my favorites, and here we go again with the German cars. It's probably a bit more towards the touring stables. The Mercedes-Benz 190E. So yeah, this in a very nice British racing green with the Toyo tires sticker across the windshield. That's still very cool. Probably all of the 190Es they've made in premium have been hits. Very popular, very cool. Always love that. And then one that I think was a bit of a peg warmer, but I think it's the first one that I had. I showed this off on my channel a while ago, one of the earlier episodes. The Dodge Challenger, what is this? The 1970 Dodge Challenger with the almost completely blacked out wheels, deco, apart from that white stripe down the side. But really cool, really cool stance on this. Really mean American muscle car. Actually looks quite cool in just the single color. And then what used to be the hit when this set first dropped was the Porsche 930. Always liked the old Porsches. really cool. I like these. This is the era of Porsches that I prefer personally, and yeah, we're going to be seeing quite a few more from the from around this period in the upcoming sets. Okay, another random thing that arrived this week is I picked up a third Matchbox moving parts super chase, the convertible or the cabriolet G550. So this would be my third one of these. They are actually won this on an auction a couple of weeks ago. Same as what I did with the Pontiac Grand Prix one. Yeah, this turns out to be not that rare here. It seems that, I don't know if it's the same, and you can maybe comment. I'd actually like to know. These the cases that this one shipped in has got, I'm trying to remember, it has the 70th anniversary fire truck, and it has the long bed Chevy truck, I think, and it has that what is that called, the truck that also all blacked out, looks like this. Is it the Bollinger? Don't quote me on that. I'll post a pic. So it's that wave, but we seem to have, I don't know, every case that we have received apparently has come with a super chase. So they've been flooding the local market, something crazy. They're really not that hard to find, so you can pick them up. I think I paid either peg price or almost less than peg price for this one. So I mean that's insane. So I'll pick those up whenever I can, because you know, a couple of years down the line when they've discontinued the super chase, or when it's become much more popular than it is now, we'll probably look back at these first ones and go, I wish I had a few more of those. Anyway, okay, on to the newer stuff. This I got from an online retailer, so also paid less than peg price for these somehow. Don't ask me why, or don't ask me how that's possible, but yeah, I just happened to stumble upon the listing at the right time. A couple of hours later, these were all sold out anyway, so yeah, there couldn't have been many of them in stock, but I was luckily sort of near the front of the queue. So I picked up the ones that I wanted. Also, again, the super silhouettes. Really like these. We saw this not exact deco, but very, very close to this in the basics. And we also had it reversed. Yellow predominantly with the white trim. This one is more white with the yellow trim. Number 23 on the side, of course, this being probably towards the end of 2023's wave, and the basics were also, I think, 23. But yeah, loving this. It's awesome to see these get the full, because of all of the deco. I hope that shows up okay, but I mean it's all across the roof, the hood, across the back spoiler, down the sides, lots of detail on these Liberty Walk cars, and obviously getting them in premium just makes it so much more worthwhile. Picked up the Porsche in this set, the 718 Cayman Porsche, but yeah, I do prefer the older Porsches. So not a huge, I mean, I don't pick these up as a rule. This one, I actually do quite like the Cayman as a series or as a model. Maybe it's just because it's sort of small-ish. So it does, you know, it's sort of the newer revision of the older, smaller 930s, 964s, those sorts of like early 90s Porsches. So that's maybe why I tend to like the Cayman. Of the newer Porsches, that I like the Cayman more. But yeah, so I picked up that one, and then obviously the one that everybody's been after. And this was actually my first preview. I didn't get the Japan Historics. The third series had the red and black, that iconic two-tone red and black deco. This one a little different. The R30 Skyline. Picked up 2 of those, and these sold out very quickly. And then just on the back of the card, I hope that shows up okay. You can obviously see the other 2 models that I didn't get is the MBK van and the Chevy Corvair. The Corvair being very close to. I haven't really compared the 2, but it's very close to the deco of the one that was in the Jay Leno's Garage Car Culture set. If it's not exactly the same, there's very little difference between the 2. That Yenko Stinger Corvair. So yeah, those are the ones that came in. Like I said, quite a few other things came in a little bit more random, but I'll save that for a future video. I think I've rambled on quite long enough. So yeah, that's it for this week. Do check out the link in the description for the short card protectors if you are looking for some. That's obviously for the local South African collectors. I don't think they'd be shipping to the US, but in the US I've seen the diamond protectors. They have short card versions as well, so that should be pretty good as well. That was going to be my plan B if these didn't turn out as well as they did. But yeah, so that's it for this week, and I'll see you again next week. Alright, keep well. Cheers.